The Lesotho National Development Corporation is committed to attracting foreign direct investment that fosters growth for both our local community and investors to invest, live and prosper. As a result, a number of incentives are offered to investors, and these include 0% corporate tax rate on manufacturing profit generated from exporting manufactured goods outside of the Southern African Customs Union, a manufacturing corporate tax rate of 10% on profits for intra-South Africa Customs Union trade, no withholding tax on dividends distributed by manufacturing firms to local or foreign shareholders. No advanced corporation taxes are paid by companies on the distribution of manufacturing profits. Training costs are allowable at 125% for tax purposes. Payments made in respect of external management skills and royalties related to manufacturing operations are subject to a withholding tax of 10%. Easy repatriation of manufacturing profits. A VAT rate of 14% in line with South Africa. Furthermore, the Lesotho Revenue Authority has introduced a flexible VAT payment system to tax-compliant firms to ease cash flows. Through the LNDC, investors will have access to 55 million consumers in 5 countries that make up the South African Customs Union, and 260 million consumers from the 14 countries that form part of the South African Development Community. Duty-free and concessionary access of Lesotho-made products means that there is access to consumers in North and South America, the European Union, as well as Japan and Australia.
With LNDC, really the relationship is good. Wherever they go, they're advertising us, and then we often cooperate with them. Very good.
We believe that we are about to get into rollout. That's why we're going to see LNDC playing a big role, I want to believe so.
Where LNDC come in terms of investor promotion, we have been working with them since last year, and the idea being their interest is to maximize opportunities for employment, of course, and hopefully positively impact on the GDP. That's their interest. My interest, obviously, is to be able to grow and maximize profits while I minimize costs by doing what I can in terms of value adding in the country. So that has put ourselves, LNDC, together to achieve that purpose.
A key factor in the relationship between the LNDC and its investment partners is in the area of local capacity, with specific reference to industrial relations. The government of Lesotho, together with the country's labour unions, is committed to offering investors a hard-working and skilled labour force at a competitive wage rate.
I think what is very important for us as LNDC is harmonization of relations between investors and their employees, as well as trade unions. They are from time to time in a position to negotiate in good faith with investors whenever there are problems. They are able to reconcile their differences with investors whenever there are problems in the industry. My role as LNDC is to actually assist them on anything that has to do with industrial relations. For example, on their arrival, we carry out the induction for them, we familiarize them with all the provisions of the labor laws, and we also, design standard guiding documents for them, such as, disciplinary code and procedure, grievance handling procedure, redundancy and retrenchment policy and procedure, as well as a standard contract of employment that highlights, all the conditions of employment. So we provide them with those documents free of charge in order to guide them in their day-to-day, running of their enterprises. And whenever there are problems, we actually mediate. My role as an industrial relations manager is to mediate whenever there is a problem. If they have problems with their employees, if they have problems with the trade union movement, they are free to actually inform LNDC to come in and mediate. So in most cases, we facilitate, joint meetings for investors and trade unions, as well as their worker representatives to actually sort out those problems.
The Lesotho National Development Corporation believe that foreign direct investment in the expansion of the country's economy needs to ensure sustainable growth for both the investor as well as the country itself, and this partnership must be built on long-term prosperity.